What's up, everyone? If you're struggling to get crests in WoW Season 2, then here's a quick tip to get you a lot. And I'm talking like the runed crest, the gilded crest, the high-end crests that you have to run a lot of hard content to get. There is a way to unlock an ability to transform them up. So if you have loads of the lower tier crests, you can push them all up to the high-end ones. So when you're originally looking at the crest exchange and you come onto this, then when you first come here, you will only have these three options here. You'll have the undermine, the carved, the weathered, and the runed. But what this is doing is it's converting down. It's converting you down. So you give the gilded and you get runed. So you don't really want to use these three options because if you've got the high end crests, you don't want to transfer them down generally. But there is a way to unlock these two here, which are pushing them up. So you can give in here undermine weathered crests and get a bag of carved. You can hand in carved here, and then you can get runed, and then you can hand in runed and get gilded, which means if you're doing, the delves, the weeklies, kind of all the easier content, and you want to just turn all those low tier crests into high tier crests, you can do it right this second. So here's how to do it. So basically this is tied to achievements. So the way this works is based on your gear, the higher your gear gets, you will unlock achievements, and those will get you these new sections here. So it's not as hard. You don't have to like defeat heroic raid to unlock any of this. It's really, really easy. So basically, if you go into the achievements and you type in of the undermine here, we search for of the undermine in the achievements list. There should be some here. Here we go. So carved of the undermine, weathered of the undermine, and then there'll be runed of the undermine when you get to a certain level. So with carved, for example, you can see here, outgrow the use of carved undermine crests during the War Within Season 2. And that will unlock trade carved for runed undermine crests. And then it's the same at the next level and the next level. So basically, when you go to upgrade your gear here, and you drag in a piece of gear. So for example, if you dragged in I got one here. Okay, so I've got a champion piece here. If I put a champion piece in here, what you can do is you can see here, it needs carved crests. Now, when you get it to 4 out of 8 and you press upgrade and you get it to 4 out of 8, now it needs undermine. So when you get to a point where all of your gear no longer needs carved crests, which would be, 645. Once you have all of your gear at 645, be it, champion or, whatever is an AI, veteran AI of 8, whatever it is. Once you have that all to the point where you no longer need a single crest of that level. So once you no longer need, the carved crests, you can just trade them all up. You can then unlock the achievement and trade them all up. So lots of you might be sitting on, relatively good gear, but then one piece that's quite low, which is what I was. One piece that's quite low, maybe like a trinket or a specific piece of gear that's significantly lower than everything else. And then you'll be going, well, I'll just wait for that to drop. I'm not going to waste my things upgrading it because it's, it's a veteran piece or it's a low tier piece and you're waiting for heroic or something good for it. So yeah, if you upgrade everything to that level, so you can just put everything to like 4 out of 4, put everything to a good level, use all of your crests of a certain level, you can then unlock the achievement and start trading your old crests up. So when you hit, I think it's like 363, you no longer need weathered. So you can trade all of your weathered gear, all of your weathered crests up for the next one, and then start using all of your carved crests. Once you hit like 649, I think it is, you can then trade all of your gear up again. So yeah, just keep pushing your gear and use all of your old crests, like, the old crests, just keep using them and keep trading them up because it's just so useful. And, they go in at a fairly good rate. It's like 45 for 15. So it's like 3 to 1. So, you're going to do the dailies. You're going to do like the world quests, and you're going to be opening those little caches all the time if you're still playing regularly. And all of that stuff, just keep pushing it up. And eventually you can even turn it into gilded, runed and gilded. So yeah, if you didn't know about this, if you haven't been doing this, then hopefully it helps. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. This was just a little guide and a tip if you haven't seen this before, because it's very easy to miss and you can be feeling like you never have enough of these crests. So hopefully you found it useful. If you did, do consider subscribing to the channel. This is a very new channel that I've made specifically for WoW tips and guides and discussions. So if you want to see more, if you want to come back, please subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.